easily self-deceived, you only have to watch these tryouts to change your mind. It's difficult to comprehend how many horrifically bad singers truly believe they deserve to be the next vocal superstar. While we often laugh, or cringe if you're more compassionate than I am, and wonder how can a person be so out of touch with reality, so unaware of their utter lack of talent, I'm afraid I actually understand their problem. You see, I have another confession to share with you, one that I'm even more embarrassed to disclose. Growing up, I not only loved to sing, but I thought I was a great singer. I'd wail out, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog," or try to sing "I Can't Get No Satisfaction" at the top of my lungs, convinced that it was only a matter of time before I was discovered. Holding my invisible microphone, I'd shake my hips like Elvis, or pout my lips like Mick Jagger, and snarl like Billy Idol. No wonder I sounded like a wounded animal. Convinced of my future stardom, in the 5th grade I auditioned for our grade school choir. The choir consisted of 50 singers. 52 kids were trying out. Obviously, 2 unfortunate wannabes wouldn't make the cut. I figured the odds were clearly stacked in my favor. This was my big chance to let others in on the secret talent that would make me a household name one day. Yes, you're absolutely correct about what happened in the audition. I was one of the 2 that went home crying because I didn't make that stupid choir. So each time I see some poor, clueless young man or woman singing off-key on Idol, surprised at Randy Jackson's "That's enough, dog," it's easy for me to understand their self-deception. What's more challenging for me to understand is how their friends and family support and perpetuate their delusion. Those poor mothers making obscene gestures at the judges for not recognizing their baby's amazing vocal talent. As we see ourselves through the lens of our experiences, beliefs, and perspectives, we all have blind spots. As the Bible describes the problem, the heart is deceitful above all things. Jeremiah 17:9. No matter how objective we hope to be, our viewpoint is always distorted to some, sometimes large degree. Here's the challenge. The longer we view ourselves through a distorted lens, the more likely we are to believe a distorted truth. The longer we lie to ourselves, deceive ourselves, or remain in denial about the truth, the more likely we're to base our decisions and actions on this false belief system. Flattery will get you somewhere. If you're like most people, when you read about self-deception, it's easy to think of a few people who fall into that category. But chances are that in your mind, you are not one of them. The reason is clear. We don't know what we don't know about ourselves. And often, we don't want to know. I believe God put this book into your hands because He loves you so much. He wants to help show you anything in your life that's polluting His plan for you, including your shortcomings and the defenses you may be placing around them. Since we see ourselves from only one perspective, it's incredibly difficult to get an accurate picture of ourselves. In order to see into all our blind spots, we must use different mirrors held at different angles. I'd like to provide you with some of these mirrors in order to expose the toxic behaviors that tend to sneak up on all of us. They're often present on a daily basis, and even though we can't see them, they accumulate inside us and poison the well of our souls. Why can't we see our self-generated toxins? David answers this question in Psalm 36, 2-3, when he describes a deceived sinner. In their own eyes, they flatter themselves too much to detect or hate their sin. The words of their mouth are wicked and deceitful. They fail to act wisely and do good. Notice how David puts it, that some people flatter themselves too much. They lie to themselves, and they don't even know it. And they become so skilled at self-deception that they cannot detect or confess their sin.